Hello. Today is day 8 sober, and it's 12:53 in the morning. I went out tonight, and I had such a good time sober. I haven't. I don't think I've had a Friday sober in. I don't know. I don't even know when the last time I. Every Friday I've been pretty trashed. Yeah, no, it's been pretty amazing. And with that said, I had such an amazing time sober on a Friday night, which is incredible and unheard of. Well, I thought it was unheard of because I just never thought that it would be possible for me to. And before, like, I would go out and I would be. There's been times where I was sober, but I was mentally not sober. I was unhappy. I was bitter. Because just because you're not drinking doesn't mean you're treating your alcoholism. It's like you're not drinking, but you're physically still in pain. And it's sad. So that's why I think it's important for you to really, when you're going through alcoholism, to really work on yourself. And because if you just, when I think the first when I first went to LA, I just like I'm not gonna drink anymore. That's alcoholism drinking, and I'm not gonna drink, and so I didn't drink. But I was not happy, and I was crying all the time, and I was depressed, and I just didn't get it. I didn't. I just thought alcoholism is just you just don't drink, and that's it. But no, you have to really work on yourself and really be at peace with it. And so I was walking around miserable, very moody and very sad, crying all the time, you know, just like and so I think it's important for people, well, for people who are has addiction or any type of alcoholism to really to know that it has nothing to do with the substance; it has to do with your mind, and so you could stop doing coke or alcohol or drugs or weed, but you don't want to just sit there and just not you have and just stop. Yeah, you want to stop, but you don't want to. You'll be just you won't be fixing the issue. And you'll just become a bitter person. That's what from my experience with it. I just I just stopped drinking, and I didn't figure out. I thought that was I thought that was alcoholism, but it's in your head and stuff. So, um, with that said, Friday's been pretty awesome, and I went to a cafe and I wrote, and then I met someone pretty awesome. Um, I just think that uh, today has been such an amazing day. You a week sober. My body's changing. I'm noticing my stomach isn't as bloated, and my feet look a little bit nicer. I was having some issues with my feet, and they're actually a lot nicer looking now, I guess. Um, yeah, and I feel good. My complexion looks a little better. I don't know. I just feel my body. I mean, I do have some itchiness, and I know that lasts for a while. Um, but I'm just getting rid of all that toxin and stuff out of me, and I think that's what that probably is. And I'm definitely going to sit in a sauna sometime soon and just try to detox a little more. But today's been an amazing day. I feel very, and things are happening around me that's been pretty incredible. Like I would think like I would have this, I would get, for example, like I'm moving um, on Sunday, and I'm actually going to sign my lease, and I'm kind of nervous about that, but I'm excited because that's kind of a big deal to me and stuff. And so, was just in my head was like, okay, no, I'm gonna have to like, kind of budget and stuff. But I'm not drinking, so I'm saving a lot of money. But still, I'm pretty frugal, and I like to have savings and stuff. So I was just trying to, and and then it wasn't like really like a big worry or anything. It's just something that was in my head, and I thought of it, and I just let it go, and didn't want to like sit there and dwell on it. And literally, I like 15 minutes later, the person that I'm moving into the office leasing office called me and was like, that they're gonna give me 50% off rent for a while because of some things, and I'm just like, it's just the universe is just ready, to give me all these amazing things because I'm sober and I'm just loving that. And I just think it's important once you start like living in your truth and really trying to be a better person, the universe is already there. It's been waiting already. The universe has been waiting for me, So I can't wait. And so now I'm already thinking of my long-term goals and like what I want to do. Um, I definitely want to write and act, and I love film, so eventually do something in film. But it's just been pretty awesome. Um, I talked to someone today, and she said something to me that was pretty amazing, and I just wanted to share it. She was just saying that, and I remember it, but I might not be able to word to word, which it was in the same context is that we inherit our father's brain, and that's okay. And there's been proven fact that your thoughts, change the way your physical brain is like, and that your neurons, I think it was, they get rewired differently just by your thoughts, and so you are no longer your father's brain, And the example was, everybody goes on a hiking trail and they're hiking up the same trail, and then one day you go off the trail and you're walking, and it's kind of hard because you're not used to it, when you're walking in this kind of this grassy area, but eventually you keep walking, it's going to turn into footprints and then a walkway. So you start creating your own path, your own thoughts, your own way of life, totally different from what was handed down to you, this hiking trail in your head that you've been hiking because that was given to you. But just by your thought process, now you could, change your path. And at first it's hard, and it's uncomfortable, and it's just not what you're used to. But eventually it'll become you, and eventually that walkway, and then you can start, it'll be an amazing walkway, put some cement on it, and put some rose bushes next to it, and it'll be beautiful, So it makes sense, like your thoughts, and I think I don't know if I've said this already, but I think I've seen like this. It was on CNN or something that where, your DNA changes with your thought process. So you are no longer who you were. You're not the person you were 10 minutes ago or a year ago. Or it doesn't matter what you've done in the past. It doesn't matter, if you've stolen or beaten or lied or cheated, or sold your body for money. It doesn't. None of that really matters. It matters is what you think of yourself at the moment, but actions, not just thoughts, are important too, because you have to think it, but you also have to live it, and then that's when, and to not let no one make you feel that that's who you were, because that was a false self. Like what I did in the past wasn't who I was. It's not. I think that, I that wasn't who I was, and so I'm not gonna let no. So I know that wasn't who I was. So I'm not gonna let no one make me feel bad for that, because I know in my heart that's not who I was, and I don't need to prove myself to anyone. So I take responsibility for my actions. I really do, and I own them. But I'm not gonna be devalued for those things, and I'm not gonna have someone hold it over my head for the rest of my life. I'm sorry for what I've done. I truly am, and I take full responsibility. But for me to learn and grow is to let go, and so I've done that. I can't heal anybody. I can only heal myself, and I hope that they heal. I truly do. I'm so happy. I really am. Um, but I am excited for my apartment, and I'm excited to decorate, and I'm excited for this new amazing life. I'm kind of excited to, you know, now I have all these doors opening and possibilities, and so I'm just excited for that to happen. Um, I guess right now, all I want to do is continue to sit with myself and learn about who I am. Because I mean, I know a little bit, but I don't really know who I am. I know what I want to do, and I know what I don't like, but I really want to sit with myself and really figure out who's it all for, and what are my strengths and weaknesses, and what are my talents, and what I need to improve on, and what is my issue, where are my issues, where are my, like I really want to just sit with myself. I don't want to be with anybody. I don't want to, live by myself, and of course it's lonely. I get lonely a lot, but that's okay because that's normal. But that's a feeling that that fades and it goes. It's like a craving. You crave Doritos. I crave Doritos, and so, but that if I don't, it'll eventually go away. So that's how I feel. Or donuts. I definitely need to watch what I eat now because I definitely need to. I just don't want to be, spiritually enlightened. I want to be also physically, I want to just be in line together with everything. So, day 8, and I am. I say I'm 8 year old, but really I feel like now that I'm thinking about it, it's like I feel like I'm a lot wiser in 8 days than I have been in the past 28 years, and so and a lot happier and a lot lighter and freer and happy, and so thank you again for listening to me. It's going to be day 9 soon, and so I just can't wait for that. And thank you guys so much. And I am continuing, and AA starts tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. Because I've done AA before, but I've never been I was never ready. You guys have a good night. Thank you for listening, and I will check back in very soon. My daily writings will be there, and my blogs will come. My video blogs will be too. So, thank you, and you guys have a good night.